All right, welcome back to the Vonderlife BMX. On today's episode, we're going to start tearing down my BMX bike in order to rebuild it with an old Chromoly frame. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go over the current bike as it is. So I'm going to get that camera down and we're going to go to town. All right. Come on. There we go. All right. Zoom out. This is a 2006 free agent limo, aluminum. I got it in 2009. And swapped out a bunch of parts. At the time I was riding probably a 2000-ish standard 125 motocross, not the 125R. This one had the U brakes down here, didn't have the V brakes yet. So I swapped out all of my good parts from the 125 onto this bike, and those include the S&M race bars. The brakes, the V brakes that are on this are what came with it. It's got the stock free agent front load stem. I did change the fork. I found that I didn't like the way the front end felt with the stock fork. So I got the carbon fork, which was all the rage at the time. The wheels, these are profile hubs on Sun Rhino-Lite rims that I built in 2001 when I worked at my old bike shop in Jasper during the summer, right before I graduated college. It's just got some Blackburn tires I got from Walmart or Meijer or something like that. Same thing with the rear. We get the profile hubs and the Sun Rhino-Lites. We got the 9mm valve stem caps. I don't remember what brand these are, but the chain tensioners. Half-link chain, don't remember the brand either. The cranks, I was on the standard, the 125, running profiles. And when I went to the aluminum race frame, I went with the DK Rhythm aluminum two-piece cranks. My gearing is a little weird. I have to count it. It's a little bit heavier than a 4416. And with the longer cranks, it's more torque out of the starting gate. I've got the Shimano DX reissue pedals. That came out around that time as well. I do have the clips for when I'm actually racing, so I do use the clips. Generic quick release seat post, clamp, and seat post. And then the seat, however, I got this when I was working in the bike shop too. This is probably a 99. Lance Armstrong, when he was winning all the Tour de France's before they found out about the blood doping, United States Postal Service racing seat with titanium rails. So, and then some ODI Ruffian lock-on grips to round it out. So, what I'm going to be doing, so like I said, I built this in 2009, and I raced the 2010 Indiana NBL State Series and won my class on this bike. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing apart. All right. I'm going to take this thing apart, and I'm going to have the frame and fork, keep it together. I'm I'm going to take some different handlebars and stick them on here. And I'll have the seat post on it, but I'm going to mount the seat up and down so you can see it, and mount this thing on the wall with the handlebars turned sideways, and put my state champ number plate on it, and that's going to be my trophy for the wall. The number plate, I was signed by Bob Harrow in 2011 at the Midwest Indoor BMX National Race in Indianapolis. I think it was the last big race that was there before they closed it down and tore down that old warehouse. So that's what I'm going to be taking apart and what I'm going to be doing with the frame and fork. What we're replacing it with is this. This is, I think it was, I got this frame off of eBay. I think it was a 2008, maybe 9, 2008 or 9. Standard 125R in red. I already purchased new Chromoly forks. They're S&M race forks. I got the stem. I think it was a Mission. It's a Mission Chromoly. It's got the integrated bearings, but it's got the Chromoly cups in case for the frames that don't have the integrated headset. S&M stem, and then just some generic quick release seat post and clamp, because the seat post and clamp from the aluminum frame are not the same size as this. So I ended up having to buy that. And so since I got all the stuff black already, rims are black, handlebars are black, I'm going to go ahead and be getting a black seat. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take these stickers off, and you'll wipe down the frame, and then I'm going to hit it with a gloss black. And then I've got some new chrome colored standard stickers to put on it, so that you know it's a standard. But it's all going to be black. And then the one thing that I didn't mention with the DK Rhythm cranks, when I take those off of the race bike, I'm either going to sand them and hit them with some black paint as well, or if it's not too cumbersome to get all of the white paint off, I may just take all the paint off and polish them up a little bit as brushed or polished aluminum. And then I'm going to grab a black seat somewhere. So we're going to be all black and silver for the most part. That's the plan. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start tearing down the old race bike and cut to time lapse. All right, I'm back. So what you probably just saw, if I edit all this the way I think it's going to go, is the time lapse of me taking my old aluminum frame and mocking it up with my #1 state champion number plate from 2010, so that I could hang it on the wall. And so let me show you what that looks like. Get the camera off here. All right. Got that over here in the corner of my barn, above my gym stuff, hanging up on the wall. So there you go. 2010 Indiana State Champ in the, I don't know, I was 35 years old novice class, which at the time, 2010, the novice class, which was in today's USA BMX terms, was the intermediate class. That's the middle one. Not the beginner, not the expert, the one in the middle. So that was 2010. I also raced 1999, but I didn't go to the state finals. That's a long story, but my buddy, who I was in competition with for first or second place, it was either going to be him or me. He ended up getting first that year because I didn't go. But recently he gave me, they had extra number plates that year, and he gave me one just because he's my friend and he's cool. It's Justin, the guy who gave me the 48 hole rims that I put on my red line. I also raced in 2008, came in second place that year. I was racing on my standard 125 motocross without clips, and I was getting smoked out of the gate every time. But I ended up with #2 in the class for the year. So these will go up on the wall somewhere too eventually. Thank you.